Stand by for action.
The following professional wrestling exhibition requires discretionary viewer participation.
Hi fans, welcome to our Rwl Sn Rl in Erie, Pennsylvania tonight. Happy Valentine's Day. And okay, to explain what just happened, apparently Tex and our sound man had a bet that he wouldn't mess with the usual Burn It Down theme song this week. Tex basically dared him to, and Tito is a little bit wacky. Still, that was actually kind of funny.
You come on by the booth and I'll pay you. Oh, man. I don't believe he did. He's been saying all day he was going to do that. And I said, no, you aren't. He did it.
I thought it was kind of cool, really. Happy Valentine's Day, fans. Quite the lineup this evening, and increasingly wild developments within our WL. And we've got 2 hours of both straight ahead. Assuming Tex has his act together now.
I do, GB. Thank you very much. Oh, the sound guy. Oh, Tito, you're freaking insane. All right, folks, it's time to get the show on the road here. Wow, Stingray. Opening contest tonight, Carlito, Caribbean Cool, facing the Greek hustler, Ari Alexandros of Team Euro. Wow, stand by for action.
Welcome to our Rwl Sn Rl. Our opening contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing 240 pounds, Carlito. Mr. Caribbean Cool has put on a few extra pounds worth of muscle since his first appearance years back to fight against the rigors of pro wrestling, and it's served him pretty well. And this match with the Greek hustler should be an interesting one. That 20-minute time limit, already outside the usual. I hear the 2 opponents mutually agreed, but that Ari was the one who asked for the stipulation.
That's how Myron laid it out to me earlier today. It's just a physical self-challenge for Ari, who's got no beefs, no rivalry against Carlito. He just wants to test himself, which I guess is kinda commendable. Could be a long haul with these 2 opponents. Carlito's been in some serious battles in his career.
His opponent representing Team Euro, from Parnassus, Greece, weighing 254 pounds, the Greek hustler, Ari Alexandros.
Mr. Aristotle Papazian Alexandros, the Greek hustler to you and me. The 3rd and latest member of Team Euro, and he has just fit right on in with light heavyweight champion Sir Reggie Smythe and Snarl TV champion Tibor Bolescu, and he definitely is one hell of a good time, Charlie. Still don't know what he's got in that red solo cup, but he is sure having himself a good time, whatever it is. The Greek hustler wanted to test himself with a 20-minute time limit against Carlito. I guess that's kind of interesting. Looking forward to a really good match. These guys about the same height, about the same weight. And wow, they both got some... I see what you've done there, Mr. Alexandros. Ari Alexandros. I really do. He and the fans have just warmed up to him, too. As you can hear. Erie, Pennsylvania. Giving the Greek hustler a nice warm greeting tonight in this opening contest on this evening's Rwl Sn Rl. Out of my way of thinking, that was $100 well spent. All right, here we go. Carlito all set to go along with the Greek hustler in our opening contest tonight. Here we go. Charles Lucero rings the bell, and here we go. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Carlito puts Ari into the corner, but woohoo, misses it and winds up in a tree of woe. Ari Alexandros puts the boot to the throat of Carlito. There's a stomp right to the back. Ari Alexandros with the upper hand at the present time. Lines up the leg on Carlito. Slams the elbow down on the foot. Ow. Man. Ari with a head loss. Look at this. A headstand headlock. Man. He must have learned a lot of stuff growing up in Greece. There's a stomp right to the midsection to Carlito. And has definitely lost the edge here. He had the upper hand for like a hot second, wound up in that tree of woe, and he is all messed up now. Ari Alexandros hits him with a right, tags him with a second one. Carlito just being dribbled off the ropes like Harlem Globetrotters with forearms to the back. The Greek hustler goes right after him again. Winds up the arm one more time. Snaps it again. Very strategic, the Greek hustler here. Here's a quick cover. 1, 2. No good. Carlito still got plenty of steam in the tank, and it's a 20-minute time limit. Are you kidding me? Oh, this could be a long one. Elbow right across the chest of Carlito. Here's another pin attempt. 1, 2. What? You gotta be kidding me. It's over. Shut up.
The time, 1 minute and 29 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Ari Alexandros.
What the hell? Give the guy 20 minutes and knocks it out in a minute and a half. Ari Alexandros, the Greek hustler, making Carlito look absolutely silly. Minute and 29. Unbelievable. Folks, we're going to be back with a whole lot more snarl to fill in this extra time of this match. We'll be right back with more in just a minute. Stick around.
Snarl continues now with a non-title cruiserweight matchup with the cruiserweight champion Gary Galaxy up against the Puerto Rican man of mystery, Elve Gigante.
No, Mr. Blanco. It is pronounced El Gigante.
The following non-title contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Sylvia Strong from Chesapeake, Virginia, weighing 189 pounds, the reigning RWL Cruiserweight Champion, the prototype, Gary Galaxy.
Gary's looking pretty confident for a guy whose next date with Destiny drops at Richmond County Sportsplex at Homecoming on the 25th, when he'll face the winner of the 6-man Cruiserweight Lottery match on the January 31st card. Lightning fast Tony Dangerous, who won by getting the 3 count on his other rival Scotty Priest. What a 3-way triangle of hatred and hostility between Tony, Priest, and Gary Galaxy, but her sure doesn't look like he's sweating Tony Dangerous.
Well, GB, I'd imagine you and the Ginchy one have plans this Valentine's Day, do you not?
Sylvia tells me there's gonna be our usual Stronghold family dinner someplace nice here in Erie, cause Gary's winning both tonight and at Homecoming. And she claims the RCS Sportsplex as a touchstone in her career. It's where she got her start as a manager, and she says it carries a special, almost spiritual energy for her. And his opponent from Loiza, Puerto Rico, weighing 190 pounds, El Gigante.
Oh, look at that. Baby got a new set of horns. Oh, what, man. El Gigante coming on strong in his return after being away for quite some time. His last match was a multi-man matchup, and he did not win it again. That was Lightning Fest Tony Dangerous that took that one away from him. Yeah, Lightning Fest Tony Dangerous could be the next Cruiserweight champion, and man, he's got a long list of people that aren't fond of him.
Hey, every superhero's gotta have a rogues gallery.
Well, whatever might happen, El Gigante never seems to stay away more than a month, 6 weeks, stuff like that. Charles Osero rings the bell. Gary Galaxy right out of the gate with a beautiful tip-to-world DDT on El Gigante. A rebound off the ropes, a bulldog from Double G. Gary Galaxy, the prototype, spins him around with a right and into a German suplex. Gary Galaxy with a forearm takes El Gigante down. Here's a right-away pin. One. Almost a one. Sylvia Strong, real confident that Gary's going to retain the Cruiserweight Championship at Homecoming in New York on the 25th. El Gigante counters with both boots, gets back up on a standing position. Gets a hold of Gary Galaxy. There's a forearm in payback to Gary Galaxy. Beautiful moonsault ruined by the knees of Gary Galaxy. There's a drop kick. Takes El Gigante down to the canvas. Galaxy rebounds off the ropes again. Nice flying kick. El Gigante been on the defensive this whole match. There's a shot to the midsection. Galaxy whips into the ropes. Ducks under. Leapfrogs. Here comes El Gigante. Another German suplex from Gary Galaxy, the Cruiserweight champion. On fire. If he does this at Homecoming, he's going to be just fine. A right, a chop, another chop. An elbow to the face of El Gigante. Whip to the ropes again. Gary Galaxy makes the duck under and ooh, hard clothesline. Gary Galaxy goes to work on the head and neck of El Gigante. Sylvia Strong looking on, hoping that this is what's going to happen on the 25th. There's a hard kick to the back. Gary Galaxy winds up El Gigante again, snaps the arm, gathers him right back up. And El Gigante has answered with like zero offense. There's a snapmare, a rebound off the ropes, and miss it with the kick. El Gigante quickly back up and into a wheelbarrow DDT. Looks like he might have just woke up. There's a leg snap from El Gigante. A stomp to the midsection of Gary Galaxy. Stomp to the arm. And another moonsault. This time he nailed it. Gary Galaxy didn't get the knees up in time on that one. Alright, forearm. Takes Galaxy down to the canvas again. A hard rat spins him around. El Gigante goes behind rear waist lock, sets it up, reverse dragon sleeper, slams him down to the canvas. Ooh, man. El Gigante. Top rope moonsault. He is paying back Gary Galaxy right now. There's a stomp to the gut again. The Cruiserweight champion down on the canvas and catching it for the first time in the match. Back up on his feet. Kick to the midsection. Cross for the DDT, but no dice. El Gigante with hard shots to the midsection. There's a kick, puts Galaxy in the corner. Gigante hauls him out. A slap to the chest. With this, a hop, 1, 2, 3, and a nice arm drag. El Gigante really starting to turn it on here, and the fans are eating it up. Here he goes over the top rope. Ooh, wow. Man, did he fly. Huh. Okay. El Gigante. Hard right hands to the head of Gary Galaxy on the outside. Referee Charles Lucero urging the boys to get it back inside the ring. Looks like El Gigante is happy to oblige. Gary Galaxy rising in pain near center ring. El Gigante brings himself in over the top rope. The count now broken. Kick to the midsection from Gary Galaxy. Gigante counters with a kick to the head. The Cruiserweight champion back up on his feet. El Gigante gets a hold of him and a snap suplex with a pin. 1, 2. Gary Galaxy says, nope, not going to go out that way. El Gigante, quickly countered and a stomp to the belly. And another pin with a hook of the leg. 1. Not even 1. El Gigante hanging in there pretty tough. Gary Galaxy with a hard forearm takes him down to the mat again. Hard kick to the back. I don't know, El Gigante is usually a hell of a lot faster than that. Not sure what's going on. He must be having an off night for sure. There's a kick to the head. El Gigante locks it up with Gary Galaxy. Beautiful spinning slam. Wow. Looks like the tides may have just turned. El Gigante whips Gary Galaxy to the corner. Slowly makes his way there. He's got him up on the top turnbuckle. Gary says, no, I'm not going to do that. There's a right. Gets a hold on him. Gets a hold of the leg. Ooh, nasty driver. El Gigante laid out dead center. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that is just going to about do it. Gary Galaxy wins this one by pinfall.
The time, 5 minutes and 7 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Gary Galaxy. Definitely an off night for El Gigante, but I'm sure Gary Galaxy is hoping Tony Dangerous has as bad a night at Homecoming in their title match.
Coming up, Niles Wickheiser and the top-rated and most hated Ballarat Jack, the United Kingdoms, when we come back.
All right, our first tag team match of the night, and welcome to it. The rookiest rookie tag team in RWL, Bruce the Shark Finn and Wildside Warren Garrett, back tonight to face Niles Wickhauser and Ballarat Jack Jones of the United Kingdom, along with Grace Fenwick again.
The following tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Grace Fenwick, at a combined weight of 532 pounds, Niles Wickhauser and Ballarat Jack Jones, the United Kingdoms.
Ain't seen the UKs together for a while. The Wick, Niles Wickhauser, his squeeze, Grace Fenwick, and Mr. Popularity himself, Ballarat Jack Jones, who's been so unpopular and keeping it so low profile he's blending in with the damn paint wherever the hell he is. But he's here tonight. I mean, he let Virginia Austin go out by herself in her last matchup. Didn't bother to show up. But he's here tonight, him and Niles, because he has to be. He's committed to this match at the UK's and the Shark and Warren G. Gotta admit, I don't hold out a whole lot of hope for the rookies, good as they are. But, well, the UK's. Grace Fenwick at ringside. Can't be good for the Shark and Warren G.
Let's not write the new kids off quite so fast, their techs. I think they could slip a win past the UKs.
Nothing's impossible, Mr. Cardell. We'll just have to wait and see how it all dopes out.
And their opponents, at a combined weight for 143 pounds, Bruce the Shark Finn and Wildside Warren Garrett. There's been a good deal of buzz surrounding our newest young tag team, who have wowed fans from day one with an amazing debut win against Mad Dog McKay and Karrion Cross on our WL Southwest late last game. And they've been consistent winners. And with that kind of good fortune on their side, I'm gonna side with Wally, cause I'd love to see the new kids embarrassing Niles and Jack the Jerk.
All right, as we go through the whole getting ready thing, going to be Niles Wickhauser and Bruce the Shark Finn starting this match off. All right, referee Willie Johnson rings the bell. We're off to the races. Bruce the Shark Finn goes behind on Niles Wickhauser, whips him into the referee. There's a clothesline, puts Wick in the corner. Bruce the Shark Finn putting the boots to the face of Niles Wickhauser, rebounds off the ropes, and there's a face wash rolling Wickhauser out towards near center. Bruce the Shark Finn takes himself topside. Here we go. Double boot stomp right into the guts of the Wick. Ballarat Jack catches a cheap shot from Bruce Finn. Bruce rounds up Niles Wickhauser. Whips him right back into the corner again. Wickhauser brought back out. Scoop slam by Bruce Finn. The Shark takes himself. Oh, well, man, he's just flailing like a club fish. Bruce Finn off the top. Whoa! Bruce Lee flying kick right there. Niles Wickhauser catching wrist clutch kicks to the ribs and a forearm. Bruce the Shark Finn taking many little bites out of Niles Wickhauser. Here it comes. Wildside Warren G. Warren Garrett countered by Niles Wickhauser. Gets a hold of him. Whips him to the UK's corner. Niles Wickhauser going to field this one himself. Delivers a kick to the calf of Wildside Warren Garrett. Wickhauser quickly takes him down to the canvas in his corner and mounted bully punches. The Wildside Warren G. As Niles Wickhauser's lady Grace Fenwick looks on, and she loves watching him hurt people. Well, it's a thing with them. Sick little dynamic they got. Whoa! Hard right hand. Takes down Wildside Warren Garrett. Here's a pin. 1, 2. 2 count. Willie Johnson says so. Wildside Warren Garrett rounded up by Niles Wickhauser again. Right back into the United Kingdom's corner. There's a kick to the ribs. Another kick. Oh, man. A set of kicks to the ribs and a spin kick right to the face. Oh, man. Wildside Warren G counters. Gets his way out of the corner. Locks it up with Niles Wickhauser. Ooh. Nice spike knee to the skull. Wildside Warren Garrett showing out over here as Ballarat Jack comes in. Whoa! Wicked kick. Takes down Warren G. Ballarat Jack Jones. Oh, yeah, well, the fans hate you. That's why they're doing that. Here comes Bruce the Shark Finn again. Oh, man. Another knee right to the head of Ballarat Jack Jones. Much to the delight of the fans. He's like amazed that the fans are booing him the way they are. This clutch surfboard stomps to the back of Ballarat Jack, who counters with a couple of lefts to Bruce Finn. The Shark catches a kick to the back as he struggles to try and make it to a standing position. Ballarat Jack gonna help him on up. Whips him to the United Kingdom's corner. A kick to the ribs for Bruce Finn. Another one. A third one. Oh, he's just doubled over, collapses out. Ballarat Jack locks him up. Whips him right back into the corner yet again. Man, head first into the buckle goes Bruce Finn. And the Shark in some deadly waters himself. On the UK side of the ring, knees to the midsection from Ballarat Jack Jones. He's particularly salty because the fans are just booing the crap out of him. That's your own fault. And as if that wasn't enough, we are going to see Jessica Hyde facing Virginia Austin, Ballarat Jack's new lovely, facing his ex in a no rules match. And that's coming up a little bit later in the show. Bruce the Shark Finn counters out of the corner. Gets a hold of Ballarat Jack. Short clothesline. Takes Ballarat Jack down. Oh, man, he hurt it. He's holding his neck. And Niles Wickhauser about to catch a beat down on the oh, wow. Bruce the Shark Finn opening up on Niles Wickhauser. Ballarat Jack and Grace Fenwick looking on. Oh, man. Oh, Ballarat Jack is not having a good day here. Locks it up with Bruce Finn. And a set of shots every which way, and down goes Bruce the Shark Finn. Stomp to the midsection. Ballarat Jack very provoked. The fans really having a negative effect on his move. Bruce the Shark Finn rolls to the outside. Ballarat Jack turns his attention to wild side Warren Garrett. Niles Wickhauser working on Bruce Finn on the other side of the ring. Warren G tags Ballarat Jack with a shot. Ballarat Jack, look at this. Somebody else catching some 10-count punches on the outside. Warren G in trouble. Niles Wickhauser working on Bruce the Shark Finn on the other side. Grace Fenwick yelling at Niles Wickhauser to keep going. Bruce the Shark Finn catching a beating over here. Bruce Finn gets a hold of Wickhauser. Wickhauser's fighting him, but head first into the lip of the apron he goes. Ballarat Jack gets a hold of Bruce Finn. And, oh, man, almost bounced into the barricade. Wow, he is just going wholesalers ballisticus. Damn. Bruce Finn with a couple of lefts to Ballarat Jack on the outside with the referee counting. Bruce makes his way back inside, gets a hold of Ballarat Jack Jones. Wrist clutch, kick to the face, down goes Jack, and here's a pin with a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Just the one. Bruce Finn with a stomp to the arm of Ballarat Jack Jones and a little bit of fancy moving around out there. Little razzle-dazzle from Bruce the Shark Finn. Ballarat Jack whipped to the opposing team's corner. The Shark and Warren G, the newest rookie tag team in RWL, and they ain't done too bad for themselves. They just wowed us the first time out with an amazing win. Bruce Finn with that handstand pair of knees into the chest of Ballarat Jack, who rolls to the outside. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1. Just the one. Ballarat Jack apparently still got a lot of steam in the tank as wildside Warren Garrett comes in. Kick to the back of Ballarat Jack. Very poetic. Punches to the face from Warren G. Ballarat Jack rounded up to a standing position again and whipped right back into the corner, but he counters with an elbow, finds his way out. Warren G. Whoa, what a set of shots. He's got Jack reeling. Misses with that last spinning back fist, but oh, wow. Did you see the way he went down? Ballarat Jack rolls to the outside. Bruce the Shark Finn brought in on the tag. The referee counting Ballarat Jack. Niles Wickhauser catches the shoulder. Both UKs down. Okay. Warren G looking on. Bruce the Shark Finn Gets slammed headfirst into the lip of the apron. There's a kick from Ballarat Jack Jones. Niles Wickhauser still out to lunch from the shoulder tackle. Bruce Finn rolled back inside the ring. This Grace family screaming at Ballarat Jack. A forearm takes down Bruce Finn. Bruce Finn rounded up again. Ballarat Jack was running forearms to Bruce the Shark Finn. Spike knee. And here's another cover, but Warren Garrett right there to break it up. Bruce the Shark Finn rolls to the outside. Rolls back in. Ballarat Jack snags him from behind. Tags him with a shot to the back. Whips him to the United Kingdom's corner. There's a kick to the ribs. Down goes Bruce the Shark Finn, who counters, gets himself up out of the corner. Locks it up with Ballarat Jack. Gets him right back into his team's corner again. Up over the rope, and there's a kick to the leg. And he's had a couple of those already. He hobbles out from the corner. Bruce Finn quickly takes him down. Mounted bully punches from Bruce the Shark Finn. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg again. 1, 2. A lot of near falls in this matchup. Almost halfway through, still no sign of a winner. This has been a good one so far. Big tip of the hat to Bruce the Shark Finn and Wildside Warren Garrett. They have been hanging with the United Kingdoms, giving just as good as they get. Ballarat Jack forced back into the opposing team's corner again as Warren Garrett is brought in on the tag. Here comes a double team for Ballarat Jack. There's an assisted shoulder as Wildside Warren Garrett takes over for his team. Jack rolls to the outside. Holy old hell, did you see that? Whoa! Human cannonball. Oh, man, Wildside Warren Garrett certainly living up to the nickname. Ballarat Jack catching a beating on the outside with referee Willie Johnson counting. There's a snap of the leg. Warren Garrett just taking it to Ballarat Jack, who's catching a beating from just about everybody he runs into these days, isn't it? Well, here's a tag, and here comes Niles Wickhauser. The Wick with a knee right to the head of Wildside Warren G. There's a right that stuns him. Couple of body shots. Wound up and slammed down by Niles Wickhauser. Wickhauser opening up a major can of whip ass on poor Wildside Warren Garrett. Stuck in that corner with Niles Wickhauser just beating him everywhere. Whipped right back into the United Kingdom's corner. Another kick to the ribs. Niles Wickhauser putting on quite the show for Grace Renwick if she likes seeing people get hurt. Whoa! Spinning forearm. Takes Warren G down center ring. Warren Garrett whipped back into the Whoa! What a wicked cheap shot from Ballarat Jack. Ow! Damn! Warren G can't seem to escape the UK's corner as Ballarat Jack's brought in on the tag. Assisted punch right to the ribs. More body shots from Ballarat Jack Jones to Wildside Warren G. Warren G whipped off the rope. Look at this. Into a front cradle off the ropes. Doing a little bit of exercise and a fall-away slam. Yeah, Ballarat Jack Jones is in a bad mood. 1, 2. And busted open, too. Well, some people would say that's karma for the stuff he's done, but, well, I really don't know. Anyway, Niles Wickhauser brought in on the tag. Wildside Warren Garrett rounded up to a standing position. Whipped back into the UK's corner. He has got to get the hell on out of there. Ballarat Jack brought in again. Another tag punch to the ribs. He counters with an elbow. Warren Garrett gets a hold of Ballarat Jack. Retaliates with a spike knee of his own. And that's going to be his parting shot as Bruce the Shark Finn is brought back in on the tag. He moves in running. Dropkick takes Ballarat Jack down to the canvas. Ballarat Jack rounded back up by the Shark. Counters with elbows to the midsection of Bruce the Shark Finn, who's staggering dangerously close to the UK's corner. Up over the shoulders of Ballarat Jack, takes a walk with him cross town, hangs him up off the top rope. Bruce Finn on the receiving end of the bad business here as Ballarat Jack starts driving knees into his leg. Bruce Finn rounded up by the wrist. Wicked strength knee right to the face. Bruce Finn locked up again. And another set of knees to the midsection from Ballarat Jack. The blood's really starting to flow. Niles Wickhauser brought in on the tag. Bruce the Shark Finn laid out center. Niles rounds him up. Rebounds off the middle rope, flying kick right to the face. And Bruce Finn has taken a lot of headshots. Here's another tag to Ballarat Jack. On another assisted double team move, a shoulder takes Bruce the Shark Finn down to the canvas center ring, and Ballarat Jack is just raging, but here comes Wildside Warren Garrett. There's a knee right to the head of Ballarat Jack, and down he goes. Ballarat Jack rounded up again. He winds him up, slams him down. Bruce the Shark Finn getting the hell on out of there. Wildside Warren Garrett stunned. Off the ropes comes Ballarat Jack with another kick to the face. This time to Wildside Warren G. Warren G locked up. Whipped into the corner. Here comes Niles Wickhauser again. Double team move coming up. Here's double shoulders. Takes him down as the Wick takes over for the United Kingdoms. Set of kicks and a knee to the jaw. Right to the point of the jaw. A short arm clothesline takes Warren G down to the canvas. Wildside Warren Garrett counters with a kick. Niles Wickhauser locks him up again anyway, but he counter whips him. And woof, there's a knee and there's a kick to the back of the head. Wildside Warren Garrett covers one. Whole lot of near falls happening here. Warren G rounds up Niles Wickhauser, gets him back into his team's corner. Here comes Bruce the Shark Finn. Double team incoming for the Wick. Off the top, another assisted shoulder. And Bruce the Shark Finn with a fancy little bit of moving right there. Off the middle rope, there's a flying forearm. Taking him down, here's another pin attempt. One. No! Shut up! Bruce Finn gonna have to try it again. Back into the corner for Niles Wickhauser. And we're about 3/4 of the way done in this match, folks, and still no winner. Can't say it hasn't been a good one. Damn. Bruce Finn working on Niles Wickhauser in the corner. Handstand knees to the chest of the Wick. Bruce Finn going for the pin here. 1, 2. Man, what's it going to take? You have to drop a transmission on his head. Wickhauser on the ropes. There's a, whoa, what a kick. Took Niles Wickhauser over the top rope, out onto the floor. Wildside Warren Garrett brought in on the tag. Takes down Ballarat Jack Jones with a shoulder tackle. And whoa! Damn! Did you see it right through the middle ropes? He's just all over the place, taking everybody down. Wildside Warren Garrett impressing the crap out of me. Whoa! Wicked strength forearm to Niles Wickhauser on the outside. Again, the referee counting less than 5 minutes to go in this matchup. Spin kick. Takes Wickhauser down. He is laid out. Niles Wickhauser catches another leg snap from Wildside Warren Garrett. Warren G rounds him up. Gets him back inside the ring. The momentum currently in the hands of the Shark and Warren G. Warren G up on the top turnbuckle. Here he comes. Misses with the knee. Oh, I know that hurt. His patella is splattered. Niles Wickhauser with forearms and a rebound off the rope, and another forearm takes down Warren G. Here's another pin. 1, 2. Wow. Just wow. This has been a hella good match. Bruce the Shark Finn catches an enziguri, winds up on the outside. Warren G struggling to get stood up. Niles Wickhauser right there waiting for him. There's a kick to the back. The Wick rounds up Warren G. Whips him to the United Kingdom's corner. And again, more knees to the midsection from Niles Wickhauser. Down goes Warren G. Warren G pulled. He put a stop on that foot and slams down Niles Wickhauser. Wildside Warren Garrett. Getting into it with Grace Fenwick. Bad mistake. Wickhauser takes advantage of the distraction, slams Warren G into the corner. Here comes Ballarat Jack Jones on the tag. I think that's the beginning of the end right here. Oh yeah. No. No, don't do that. Spike pile driver. Oh. Oh, damn. Wall side Warren Garrett motionless. 1, 2, 3. Well, that was about the dirtiest damn move we're going to see tonight.
The time, 17 minutes and 36 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, the United Kingdoms.
Talk about a bummer of a buzzer beater. The United Kingdom. Whoa, damn. Look at Ballarat Jack. They may be winners, but he got the living crap beat out of him by the Shark and Warren G. Call it karma. Damn, look at he is a mess.
There's bound to be quite a bit of that in Jack's future, and possibly Virginia Austin's as well, once Jessica Hyde gets her mitts on Ginny in that no rules match later tonight.
Later tonight, nothing, Wally. That match is coming up next. This Spike pile driver, though, this was just taking things a bit too far for the United Kingdom. Did you really have to do that? We'll be back in a minute with more Snarl. And here's one everybody's been waiting for, except perhaps Virginia Austin. Jessica Hyde, formerly Jessica Goldman, finally gets her opportunity to get her hands on Virginia Austin, the traitorous one, in a no-rules matchup.
A cat fight with weapons for Valentine's Day.
The following no-rules contest, set for one fall, with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, representing the UK ladies from Adelaide, Australia, here is vivacious Virginia Austin.
Yeah, and I know that representing the UK ladies from Buck Morton has got the stick in the craw of Jessica Hyde. I believe that is how she is pronouncing it now, Jessica Hyde. Okay, well, whatever, I'm good with that. But Virginia Austin, looking down the barrel of some serious trouble. A vengeful lady with an opportunity to whip on her for 15 minutes with weapons and no referee to pay attention to anything, no countouts, no disqualifications. Oh man, she's been waiting for this like since Christmas.
This one was supposed to be happening at Homecoming in New York in a couple of weeks, but Jessica refused to wait any longer than it took for Virginia to sign the contract. She wants her pound of flesh, like right now. And her opponent from Brisbane, Australia, Jessica Hyde.
Jessica Goldman's whole world collapsed when Ballarat Jack gave her the order of the Imperial Elbow straight out of the UK ladies. She had a totally meltdown crash out at Christmas and ended up at the Laughing Academy for weeks, returning as, well, Jessica Hyde, and she's finally ready to mete out a little punishment on her fellow Aussie. And I got a feeling it's gonna get seriously nasty.
I'm sure Yasiska is gonna get in some serious whipping on Ginny Austin, but she's not gonna just stand there and allow herself to get beat. She's plenty strong, and she's gonna take the fight right to Jessica Hyde, because she knows Ballarat Jack is watching, and he wants to see her lay in the final humiliation to Jack's ex.
Yeah, I suppose that would be a pretty nice bonus in their whole sick soap opera. She looks a lot less stressed because she knows she's going to let out some of that aggression on Virginia Austin. Yeah, she's primed and ready to go. All right, Charles Lucero rings the bell. They charge. There's a knee right to the head of Virginia Austin. Jessica Hyde, with a forearm, takes her down to the mat. Rounds her right back up again, wasting very little time here. Another knee to the head, a spike knee right to the face. Jessica Hyde steps out. Maybe a hard habit to break. Comes up with a ladder. Oh man, this is gonna get unpleasant. Jessica Hyde with a knee to the head of Virginia Austin again, slides back out, goes back under the wall down. Comes up with a sledgehammer. Oh, clothesline from Virginia Austin. Hyde rolls out to the outside. They're outside on the outside, duking it out. No countouts here, no rules. Referee is the fifth post in the middle of the ring. Jessica Hyde in trouble here. Virginia Austin pouring it on, drives her knee into the floor. Hyde rounded up again. Counters with a kick to the midsection of Virginia Austin. Gets her back inside the ring. Right on top of that ladder. That ladder's going to come into play, I guarantee it. There's, oh! Ew, oh! The back of her head hit the corner of that ladder. There's a right hand from Jessica Hyde. A knee. Austin counters. There's a hard, ooh, man. A hip toss again into the ladder, and again, the sledgehammer. Here we go. Jessica Hyde starting to unload with that sledgehammer on Virginia Austin. And, oh, man, he is taking a beating. Get up. Virginia Austin finally gets back up to her feet, gets knocked right back the hell down. Finally, Jessica Hyde disarmed. There's a flying forearm off the ropes. Virginia Austin crashes center ring again and right back again on the attack with that sledgehammer, hitting every available inch of Virginia Austin. Jessica Hyde disarmed again. There's a set of short staccato kicks right to the head. And back right to it with the sledgehammer one more time. Virginia Austin just taking an absolute damn pasting over here at the hands of Jessica Hyde. She's been waiting for this for weeks, since Christmas. Oh, man. Virginia Austin has rolled to the outside. Jessica Hyde decides where she's going right out after her with the sledgehammer again. Austin quickly back up, catches a knee to the head. Jessica Hyde driving the knee into the leg of Virginia Austin, who has not been doing too well here. She's been catching a hellified beat down. Again, disarmed from the sledgehammer, Virginia Austin collides with Jessica Hyde. Kick to the midsection. There's a hard right that spins Jessica Hyde around. There's a headlock. There's a headlock punch from Virginia Austin. Down goes Jessica Hyde. Rounded right back up again. Austin bounces her off the barricade. Quickly gathers her back up again. Locks her up one more time. Bounces her off the barricade one more time. Playing pinball wizard over here. Whoa! By the hair, tosses Jessica Hyde halfway across town. Rounds her back up again. Virginia Austin finally on the attack. One more time towards the barricades. Virginia Austin moves in on Jessica Hyde. Gouging the face. Oh, man. This one's been vicious. Jessica Hyde rolls back into the ring by Virginia Austin, who now has the sledgehammer, and the tables have turned hot, quick, and in a hurry. Virginia Austin clobbers her with that sledgehammer. She rolls out, rolls back in, quickly disarmed. Jessica Hyde catching a series of shots from Virginia Austin. Austin gets a hold of her, slams her head near that ladder. Virginia Austin looking supremely confident right about now. Jessica Hyde dazed on the outside. Virginia Austin takes herself to the top turnbuckle. And here we go. Oh, flying crossbody from 10 feet up. Oh, damn. Virginia Austin has turned this one around after being whipped on by Jessica Hyde. It goes under the ring again, comes up with a table this go round. A whole lot of painful stuff in that ring. Virginia Austin goes behind, catches an elbow from Jessica Hyde. A rebound off the ropes, flying forearm, takes her down near the table. Hyde covers, not even a one. Virginia Austin laid out center ring. Jessica Hyde rounds her up. Wrist clutch kicks to the back. A wrist clutch kick to the face. Jessica Hyde now, rounding her face into the ladder and sadistically stretching the arms of Virginia Austin. Now taking her time, putting the hurting on her rival, who took over her spot in the UK ladies and Ballarat Jack's heart. Whoa, there's a hard right from Austin. Austin slams her head first into the table. Ow! Oh, man. Right on the steel parts, too. Now comes up with a baseball bat. Incidentally, this match has been sponsored by both Lowe's and Dick's Sporting Goods. Just kidding. All right. There's a short arm clothesline from Jessica Hyde. He slides to the outside, does Jessica Hyde. Virginia Austin back up on her feet. Hockey stick. Oh, now. Virginia Austin slams Jessica Hyde's head into the canvas. Again, gouging the face of Jessica Hyde. Austin, quickly shoved back Jessica Hyde, another short arm clothesline, dead center ring right in the heart of the logo, picks up the hockey stick. Whoa! Brained her with it. Jessica Hyde unloading with the hockey stick on the head of Virginia Austin, drives a series of knees into the chest. Man, this one's been vicious. Virginia Austin laid out center ring. Jessica Hyde with the baseball bat, quickly disarmed, slammed headfirst into the mat. Virginia Austin. Austin with a hard right takes down Jessica Hyde. Jessica Hyde trying to get to a standing position. Virginia Austin right there to prevent it. Dragged center ring by the wrist and ankle. Virginia Austin with another stomp to the gut, a stomp to the back, and here we go. Into the clutch. Could be a submission right here. Referee Charles Lucero checking on Jessica Hyde. And she's got that clutch locked in. Hyde fighting back up to one knee. And counters it into an arm drag, gets herself out of trouble there. Jessica Hyde dodges her, has her up over the shoulders. Fireman's carrying. Oh, damn, right on. Oh, she's got to be dead or something. Here's a pin. 1, 2, 3, and this one is all the hell on over. Jessica Hyde gets her revenge, at least the start of it.
The time, 7 minutes and 18 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Jessica Hyde. Virginia Austin, lucky to be walking away from this encounter. And Jessica Hyde, well, I don't know how much better this win will make her feel, but I'm sure it helps ease the pain just a little.
And boy howdy, what a brutal ending. Ginny Austin catching that lethal neck breaker from Jessica and crashing broken across that ladder. Straight savagery from Jessica Hyde. But now that this is done for her, what next? Will she go on punishing the United Kingdoms and Ballarat Jack?
Don't know, but at least for tonight, her inner beast has been fed. And coming up, Patty Powers versus Shayna Baszler in just a minute.
Ending the first half, it's gonna be Shayna Baszler with Zoe Stark at ringside in a non-title scrap with double champion Patty Powers, along with Liberty Bell Danielle.
That should be a good one. Well, there's a little story behind that, but more about that as we go along.
Our next non-title contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Zoe Stark from Sioux Falls, Iowa, Shayna Baszler.
Like Tex says, there's a bit of an unexpected backstory behind this match. You'll remember, Shayna and Zoe picked up a win at Rage over Titania, Tatiana, and Showbiz, and that Liberty Bell Danielle has a recent win over Showbiz. Well, Patty was originally scheduled to wrestle Titania tonight, but both Titania and Showbiz have no-showed the event. Nowhere in the building, and calls and texts ignored completely. So Shayna Baszler is a last-minute replacement against Patty in this non-title match.
Her opponent, along with Liberty Bell Danielle, from Tampa, Florida, and a WL Ladies Double Champion, Powerhouse Patty Powers.
Another one of my favorite 80s throwbacks, this time from the ladies division. Powerhouse Patty Powers, you know, she and Rick Boogs would make an interesting mixed tag team. Patty Powers coming on down, the ladies Gulf Coast champion and the ladies Legends champion, along with Liberty Bell Danielle, Heathcote Rock, and her all-time favorite, the Joyce Grable Memorial title. She's got her own thing going on a little bit later. She's going to be facing Lisa Marie Varon, also known as Victoria or Tara, depending on which federation you choose to watch back in the day.
3 years since Victoria's last run of active matches against Casey. She's back all of a sudden in 2026. Why, how?
Danielle Heathcote has been beating the drum for new competition anyway, and has an open challenge on the table.
Okay, well, no title pressure for Powerhouse Patty, and a last-minute replacement for Tatiana and Shayna Baszler. It's looking pretty good for Powerhouse Patty Powers as referee Willie Johnson rings the bell. The match begins. They lock up collar and elbow. Shoulder tackle from Patty Powers to Shayna Baszler. Down she goes. There's a stomp to the midsection. Powerhouse Patty Rounds her up. Lines up the arm. Oh, there's an arm snap. Patty Powers with a kick to the chest of Shayna Baszler and an immediate pin. One. Just one. Patty Powers starting out real aggressive here against Shayna Baszler. Baszler whipped to the ropes. Patty ducks under a second time, and kitchen sink knee to the midsection to Shayna Baszler. Baszler catches an overhand right from Patty. Patty whips her to the far right corner. Quick counter from Shayna Baszler whips Patty Powers into the corner. Patty Powers head first into the turnbuckle. Shayna Baszler starting to turn things around for herself here. Grinding the forearm across the face of Powerhouse Patty. Not once but twice. Down goes Patty Powers. Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote looking on. Look at this. Zoe Stark disengaging the turnbuckle, exposing the steel. Shame on you, Zoe Stark. Shame, I say. Patty Powers counters, gets back up on her feet, gets a hold of Shayna Baszler, escorts her towards just towards the ropes. Darn, I was hoping. There's a chop across the chest. The leg draped over the rope, a little game of tug-of-war with the left leg of Shayna Baszler, who comes staggering back out, hobbling back out, swinging a miss from Shayna Baszler. Powerhouse Patty with an atomic drop right to the tailbone. That'll wreck your coccyx. There we go. Patty Powers locks her up into the steel, and down goes Shayna Baszler, hoisted on the petard of Zoe Stark. The knee driven into the canvas on Shayna Baszler. Powerhouse Patty firing on all cylinders here. Boom! There's another one right to the knee. And Shayna Baszler is going to have some very messed up legs after this one. Again, driving the knee into the canvas. Shayna Baszler looking for an exit off the freeway. Patty Powers off the top. Boom! Knee right across the chest from 10 feet up. Boom! There we go again with another elbow right to the top of the dome. Shayna Baszler rounded up again by Powerhouse Patty Powers. Gets a hold on the trunks, has her all the way up for the vertical suplex. Referee continuing to count here. Patty rounds up Shayna Baszler, gets a hold on her, pitches her towards the barricades. Patty shoved away by Shayna Baszler with both boots, quickly back up on her feet. Tags Patty with the right, spins her around, goes behind on her. Grabs a knee right into the shelf of the jaw. Powerhouse Patty Powers makes her way back inside the ring. Patty in hot pursuit. Shayna Baszler trash talking her. Patty Powers, look at this. Zoe Stark just doing all kinds of sin right there. Introducing a chair into the mix. No, she's not supposed to do that. Mounted punches from Shayna Baszler to Patty Powers. Powerhouse Patty in trouble at this particular point as Shayna Baszler starts laying in with those mounted punches. Patty face down on the canvas, rounded up by Shayna Baszler. Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote looking on. She's got her own thing going on. She'll be defending the Snarl Women's Championship against Lisa Marie Varon, known to many of us as Victoria or Tara, depending on which one it is, but she has returned to RWL and she is challenging Liberty Bell Danielle for the Snarl Women's Championship. Meanwhile, back in the jungle, Shayna Baszler puts a stomp on the arm of Patty Powers. Zoe Stark once again disengaging that damn turnbuckle. Referee needs to get her the hell on out of there. Shayna Baszler flips Patty over, drives a knee right into the head, takes her down to the canvas. Shayna Baszler up on the middle rope. Here she goes. Knee right across the chest of Patty Powers, and she rolls it out too. More mounted punches from Shayna Baszler. She's a ground and pound girl. This is what she does. This is how she wears her opponents down. Shayna Baszler rounds Patty back up again. Patty counter whips her into the steel again. Misses with the clothesline, but Shayna Baszler's in some pain. And right back to the knees again. Oh man, someone's going to need a whole truckload of icy hot. 1, 2. Oh, Shayna Baszler kicking out at 2. Powerhouse Patty countered by Shayna Baszler with a leg sweep. Down she goes. Patty catches a right to the back of the head from Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler grapples it up with Patty Powers. Lines up the arm. Gets her down. Stomps the shoulder. And Shayna Baszler goes for the pin. 1. Just a 1. Powerhouse Patty very, very tough. Shayna Baszler's going to have to do a whole lot more work. On the outside now, Shayna Baszler Runs up on Patty on the outside near the ramp. There's a hip toss. There's an elbow right to the arm of Powerhouse Patty Powers. To her credit, Shayna Baszler has not used any of the foreign objects that have been gifted to her by Zoe Stark. Oh man, what a nasty slam on the floor for Patty Powers. Patty rounded back up again by Shayna Baszler. Finally gets her back inside the ring. And Shayna Baszler finally makes her own way back inside. Patty still face down on the canvas near center. Rounded up by Shayna Baszler. Baszler spins her around with the right, goes behind. Sleeper hold. Yep, rear naked choke. Great MMA stuff. Patty Powers in some serious trouble here. No ropes to get to. Shayna Baszler releasing the hold. She seems pretty confident she's got this one in the bag. Oh, it's not looking good for Patty at the moment. That's for damn sure. Heel hook stretch center ring from Shayna Baszler. And Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote looking on with some degree of concern for her tag team partner. Here's another pin from Shayna. 1, 2. You see Danielle's taking a swing at Shayna Baszler on the outside as if she could. There's a kick. There's a fourth kick in the midsection and a DDT from Shayna Baszler, who can chain those moves together like lightning. And now, stamped in the hands and fingers of Powerhouse Patty Powers, who's been on the defensive for a nice chunk of time now. This is not good. Shayna Baszler in control of the match. Now just getting a little bit disrespectful. It was supposed to be Tatiana. I'm betting Patty Powers wishes it was right about now. As Shayna Baszler goes to work on her leg in retaliation. Shayna locks up Patty Powers. Hard whip to the ropes. Drop kick to the knee. Yeah, that's definitely a I'm going to punish your knee too thing. Mounted lifts to the head of Powerhouse Patty from Shayna Baszler. Baszler back up on her feet first. Patty catches a stomp to the back. Shayna Baszler. Top left turnbuckle. Patty Powers center. Misses with the knee. Crashes in the patella. Ow. There's a stomp to the leg from Patty Powers, who is quickly back up on her feet and going back to work on the legs of Shayna Baszler. A lot of back and forth in this one. There's a knee right to the head of Shayna Baszler. Makes her way to a standing position. Patty Powers charges. There's the clothesline over the top rope out onto the floor for Shayna Baszler. Patty drives an elbow right into the forehead of Shayna Baszler. Shayna is in some serious pain. And again, the tides have turned once more. And Patty Powers regains control of this matchup. Going to work on Shayna Baszler on the outside. Baszler counters with a kick to the head. Quickly back up on her feet. Locks it up with Powerhouse Patty. Patty counter whips her back inside the ring. Okay. Powerhouse Patty Powers makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Shayna Baszler finally stands herself on up. Here comes Patty. Double axe handle fails to find the mark. She catches a shot to the gut instead from Shayna Baszler. Patty Powers counters her, takes her down to the canvas again. Gets a hold on her. There's a side suplex from Powerhouse Patty. Some quick thinking there. Boom. Elbow right to the face again. And Patty Powers rallying the fans here in Erie. The power half of American Powers unloading on Shayna Baszler. Baszler gathered back up to a standing position by Powerhouse Patty Powers. Countered with elbows to the midsection from Shayna Baszler. Zoe Stark apparently has run out of tricks. Oh man, mounted punches lefts and rights to Powerhouse Patty Powers and into an armbar. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote not appreciating what she's seeing either. Shayna Baszler rolls out of that hold. There's a clothesline from Patty. There's a second one. Patty Powers starting to unload here. Swinging a miss from Baszler into a power slam from Powerhouse. Patty Powers gets a hold of Shayna Baszler by the wrists and ankles. Drags her towards center ring. Shayna Baszler gathered up over the shoulders by Powerhouse Patty. Running power slam, Oklahoma slam, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, done and done. Powerhouse Patty Powers picks up the win by pinfall.
The time, 9 minutes and 56 seconds. The winner by pinfall, Powerhouse Patty Powers.
It's another solid win for Powerhouse Patty. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the first half of tonight's RWL Snarl. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.